Hello and welcome to our lesson for film studies. Today we're going to be analyzing visual design and also introducing the film City Lights, Charlie Chaplin. So let's get into it. When you watch a movie, it's got to look good. You want the things on the screen to pop and be appealing. And so big controversy, and a lot of you students I know you don't like black and white movies. And so the choice between black and white and color. Now, early color sometimes didn't look very good. It was a little saturated, and then the color was a little off, and so it actually looked better in black and white. And so, how does color affect the mood? Is it the correct choice? We have The Wizard of Oz, which was not black and white; it was in sepia and kind of white, tones, and then it transitioned into color. You have Schindler's List, which is predominantly in black and white, with a couple scenes added color, like the little girl in red here, which, if you've seen the scene, the movie, you know that's a very sad part of it, sad tale, which the whole movie is. Is there special color effects used to achieve unique looks? In the Matrix, during that movie, they removed there was a green tint anytime they were in the Matrix, like the computer screens. And so they even toyed with removing the blues in certain scenes. And so the real world looked different than what it was like in the Matrix. 300 is a very stylized, graphic novel kind of look. Traffic is a movie in which there's three stories intertwined, and they have a hue. There's a yellow, a blue, and a red story, and kind of the camera tone set the tone for each story. Is there smooth or rough grain film stock? Sometimes, to get a war film, they want that rough grain to make it look old and authentic. The screen format. Originally, was it shot in wide vision or 4:3 and things like that? There was standard, which was 4:3, which is the old box TV sets, and then you have widescreen 16:9. Then you have Cinescope, Panavision. Are you filming an epic and you want to have these larger than lifescapes, landscapes, and things like that? Would the film be the same any other aspect ratio? If you're watching a huge epic film like Ben-Hur, you don't need to watch it on a 5-inch screen. That needs to be blown up on a big screen or on a theater. The production and art design. How important is a set or a location? Some people like to have it on a set. So you watch the movie on a set and it's very controlled and you can have it look exactly like you want. The movie you're going to watch, City Lights, was filmed on set. Location is we're going to go off to a specific place and make it look real. Like the movie The General was filmed on location in Oregon. And so that's a really important choice that they do. Was the film made mainly on set or on location? Do the settings enhance or underscore the film? Sometimes when they have a challenge of filming, like Mars, they go to places like in the desert of California or Utah, and so it can enhance the story. Sometimes the setting just doesn't look good. Is the setting too powerful? Have you ever seen the Tom Cruise movie, The Last Samurai? It's so beautiful. It's so gorgeous. When I watched it, I was more into the scenery. I didn't care about the story. I just wanted to go travel to Japan because it was just awe-inspiring and beautiful. Is the setting convincing enough for a period piece, a fantasy, or a science fiction? If they're filming on Mars, does it look like Mars? If they're filming, a 1920s movie, The Great Gatsby, does the setting with CGI make sense? And everyone has perfect teeth, and then they have, Jay-Z playing. Could the story take place somewhere else? That's what filmmakers like to do. Let's take a Western and set it in, the city. Or let's take an urban drama and put it in the Old West. Why did a filmmaker choose a particular location? They actually hire people to go out and examine locations. That's their job. They go travel around and try to look for places. This would be a good shot for this. I'll do that job. Is the setting symbolic? And then you have other visual elements. You have costume and makeup design, which these are all things that, like Academy Awards, there's Oscars given away to this. Does the makeup help the actors get into characters? Does the makeup enhance the natural appearance or significantly transform it? I mean, sometimes makeup can be distracting. Now the idea is, let's CGI everything, and then that can be really bad, like the movie version of Cats. The lighting, is it direct? Is it harsh? Is it hard? Try to give you intimidation. Is it medium and balanced? Is it soft and diffused to set a tone, set a mood? Is it artificial? Is it natural? And does it contribute to the overall emotional attribute or attitude or tone of the film? These are things to keep in mind. So that being said, let's get to City Lights. So this is our second and our last silent movie, which if you look at the date, 1931, City Lights was released 4 years after the invention of talkies. Charlie Chaplin, being who he was still allowed to make a silent movie when everybody else was doing talkies. It was written, directed, and starred Charlie Chaplin himself. It also stars Virginia Cherrill, Florence Lee, Harry Myers. It stars his reoccurring character, the Little Tramp. And like I said, it was made a silent film, technically silent, using pantomime 4 years after the invention of sound. His status let him do this. This movie took 3 years to produce. Charlie Chaplin was very particular. He's very tough to work for at times. The actresses, he would actually show them how he wanted to play the scene. He would act it out and have them imitate what he did. This was Charlie Chaplin's personal favorite. Orson Welles, the guy who made Citizen Kane, is one of his favorite movies as well. And Stanley Kubrick, the great filmmaker, also had it ranked in his top 10. On the list of City Lights, it's rated number 11 on the American Film Institute's top 100 films. It was rated number 76 in 1997. This is the greatest romantic comedy. So you rom-com fans, this is the greatest romantic comedy ever made. And it has it all. It has romance, it has a little drama, it has a lot of comedy. It's the 10th greatest love story. It's the 33rd most inspiring film, and the 38th funniest movie. Charlie Chaplin is the 10th greatest male film legend. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 98%, making it a number 82 all time. They Shoot Pictures, Don't They? It was number 28. Chaplin is the 15th greatest director. It's on the AMC film site 100 greatest films list, Time Magazine all-time 100 movies list. On IMDb, it's number 35 with an average fan score of an 8.6 out of 10. The British The Sight and Sound magazine, 50 on the critics list and 30 on the directors list. And so The Little Tramp, very touching movie. I hope you enjoy it. One thing I should note about the sound, just to kind of wrap things up, yes, it's a silent movie, but it has a purposeful soundtrack. Charlie Chaplin wrote the music. There's sound effects that go with it. So it does go with the movie. It's not truly a silent movie. I hope you enjoy the film.